Monday to Friday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon. One solid hour of in-depth analysis of the machinery that makes our country tick. The Edge, cutting into the matters at hand.
Today is Wednesday, July 17th, 2024. It is 11:02 a.m. here in the studios of ZIZ Radio, 96.1 FM. You're listening to The Edge. I'm your host, Devonne, Cornelius, and thank you for joining me on the program for today. I look forward to having a conversation with you as we discuss what is happening in St. Kitts and Nevis, and of course hear from you when we open the phone lines later. This program is also being carried live on ZIZ TV. And you can also follow the conversation on our social media platforms. Check us out on our YouTube channel at ZIZ Online and via Facebook at ZIZ Broadcasting Corporation. When we open the phone lines later, call us at 465-2555 or our overseas line at 718-577-2916. Those are the numbers you call to participate in our conversation for today. As usual, when I begin the program, I want to share some information with you for the benefit of yourself, benefit of the listeners, so that you are aware of what is happening in St. Kitts and Nevis. The Clarence Fitzroy Bryant College, and I would say the Ministry of Health as well, continue to encourage people to join the nursing profession. It is a noble profession, and we need nurses to ensure the continued delivery of healthcare in St. Kitts and Nevis. We need people who are passionate, and of course you get the opportunity to be trained at a regional institution that has a very good track record of producing high quality nurses. So the pre-nursing program is designed to provide a learning environment that supports students' academic growth and development while simultaneously offering a pathway to a seamless transition into the UE CFPC Bachelor of Science Nursing program, primarily, and the CFPC Enrolled Nursing Assistant program. The pre-nursing program is aimed at capturing individuals who do not meet the matriculation requirement for either the UE CFPC program or the CFPC program. The duration of the program is a maximum of 2 years, and to be eligible for entry into the pre-nursing program, candidates must have attended secondary school but did not attempt any subjects in the Caribbean Secondary Education Certificate CISEC examination or at the General Certificate Examination Ordinary level, or have obtained passes in CISEC or General Certificate Examination, that's GCE, Ordinary level or Approved level in at least 3 subjects or more. However, subjects do not meet matriculation requirements. Be at least 16 years old at the time of admission to the program. Submit to a personal interview and provide 2 letters of recommendation highlighting the applicant's abilities, accomplishments, work ethic, potential for future success and sustainability for the pre-nursing program. Applicants must submit the original and a copy of the following documents: original birth certificate or passport or certificate of citizenship, original CISEC or GCE certificates or results slip if applicable, and provide a transcript of secondary or tertiary level education. Please note that applicants having more than 2 CSEC subjects at grade passes or at grade 3 passes or more than 2 with a C pass in GCE subjects will be required to upgrade the subjects within a 2-year period. Only 2 subjects with a grade 3 in CSEC or a C in GCE ordinary level among the total required for matriculation are accepted for entry into the program. The remaining subjects needed for matriculation must have grades of 1 or 2 in CSEC or A and B in GCE ordinary level. Specially admitted students, UE Global Campus Syndicate, students must have passed in English A and Mathematics at the CSEC level or at an equivalent to be eligible to register as a specially admitted student. And for certificate of completion, a certificate of completion will be awarded by CFPC upon completion of the program. So you are encouraged to contact the Clarence Fitzroy Bryant College if you are interested in joining the nursing program there. You may call them at 465-2856 if you are interested in joining the nursing program there. We need nurses, but I'll say this: if you are not interested in being a nurse and you only want a job, you shouldn't join the program. We need people who want to be nurses. And I say that with no water in my mouth. We don't want people just joining a program if they don't have the passion and the love for it. Because you're not going to help the situation. I can't say that any more clearer. Maybe along the lines, along the road, along the journey, you might develop a passion for it. But I'm tired. I'm sick and tired of hearing people joining professions that they have no desire to join. And then they end up being miserable and offering poor service and poor customer service, and it doesn't help. So I have to mention that. So if you have a passion for being a nurse, a passion for working in healthcare, then join. Take advantage of the opportunity. Because I can see from what is here in front of me, it is a great one. You're listening to The Edge on ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. I also want to share with you on the regional scene, but also still related to us here in St. Kitts and Nevis, that CARICOM supports the adoption of a resolution to renew mandate of the United Nations office in Haiti. We know the challenges that Haiti continue to face, and so let me share with you what the latest development there has been in terms of CARICOM and the United Nations office. So the permanent representative of St. Kitts and Nevis to the United Nations, Her Excellency Dr. Mutrice Williams, and present chair of the Caribbean Community Caucus in New York, addressed the United Nations Security Council on July 12th to convey CARICOM's support for the adoption of the resolution which renewed the mandate of the United Nations office in Haiti for an additional year. Ms. Williams also highlighted, or Dr. Williams highlighted, that the renewal of the office mandate comes at a critical time and is a step in the right direction, since the mission continues to make an important contribution towards the restoration of good governance, peace, and security in Haiti. The CARICOM caucus chair further stated, and I quote, "CARICOM echoes the call contained in the resolution for Haitian stakeholders to work with the office and for other partners to advance a Haitian-led, Haitian-owned political process towards the holding of free and fair legislative and presidential elections, and with the full, equal, meaningful, and safe participation of women and the engagement of youth and civil society. End of quote. The CARICOM caucus chair emphasized, and I quote, "We cannot fuel instability in Haiti while simultaneously attempting to build the foundation for peace." I love that. I love that. Basically saying we should not be hypocrites. We cannot fuel instability in Haiti while simultaneously attempting to build the foundation for peace. It's 12 minutes past the 11 o'clock hour. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll continue our conversation for today. You're listening to The Edge for July 17th. Stay tuned. I'll be right back.
The future is unknown. Protect your life, your family, and your valuables from unforeseen circumstances. Let National Caribbean Insurance give you the peace of mind that you so deserve. At NCI, we offer a suite of affordable insurance plans that can be tailored to ease your financial burden. We aim to deliver exceptional products to satisfy all your insurance needs. Whether life, health, motor, or property insurance, NCI has the right solution for you. Our friendly and knowledgeable sales professionals are ready and able to assist you. Let National Caribbean Insurance Company Limited help you to prepare for the unexpected. We serve, we protect, we satisfy. That's NCI.
Hello and welcome back to The Edge in ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. I'm Devonne, Cornelius, and thank you for joining me in the program for today, Wednesday, July 17th, 2024. Today I want to have a relaxed conversation with you, the listeners, as we approach the 50th anniversary of Culturama. And so we'll be talking all things Nevis for the next half an hour or more. We'll be talking about Culturama, the history of Culturama, the meaning of Culturama, and of course giving you the opportunity to call in and talk about any contribution that you may have made to Culturama, any contribution that you made to Culturama over the last 50 years. Hoping to hear from some of you who were involved in Culturama in the early days, in terms of the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the early 2000s, and up until now, and how Culturama has contributed to the development of Nevis and the development of St. Kitts and Nevis as a country. It is the Caribbean's greatest summertime, and it is an event that we look forward to each year. Not many people know the facts, the history surrounding Culturama and what it means to celebrate the event. Not many people know where it started. Not many people know the true elements of Culturama. And so for this 50th anniversary, in terms of the various competitions that are coming up, I can tell you that the contestants for the various shows, the participants for the various competitions, are doing their very best to share with the audience what Culturama has been, what Culturama is about, talking about the early days of Culturama and looking at where we are now and where we would like to go. let's say, in the next 50 years. But Culturama is a time when, Nigerians and the Kitchens as well come together. Nigerians at home and abroad come together to celebrate our culture. Some have argued over the years that our culture has changed. I would say our culture has evolved. It cannot remain the same. And there are certain elements that you'd have to add to, keep up with the time. So I'll be sharing some facts with you, and I'll open the phone lines shortly to hear from you as well. What was Culturama like for you? Tell us about when you remember Culturama started in the 70s, or when you heard about Culturama in the 80s and 90s. Those of you here in St. Kitts, tell us about the time, when you traveled over to Nevis. And I was just talking with a colleague who said they remember participating in the early days of Culturama, and sometimes after the events they can't get a boat to come back to St. Kitts, and so in a case like that you would have to stay with a family or a friend in Nevis. So in short, the Nevis Dramatic and Cultural Society, otherwise known as NIDACS, created Culturama in 1974, and the need arose to preserve and stimulate interest in local customs, music, and folk art. Culturama, as you know, runs from late July to early August, to include pageantries like Mr. Cool, aquatic sports, calypso shows, a fruit festival, a food fair, and juvie, and so much more. And the festival is a celebration of the most significant milestone the festival is a celebration of the most significant milestone, the emancipation of slavery. The idea was conceived in around February of 1974 during a meeting of NIDACS, and the main point discussed during the meeting was the general decline in the customary folklore troops on parade during the then Christmas festival. It was felt that much of the customary indigenous Christmas traditions and activities were dying, and that there was an urgent need to revive these traditions so that they can be handed down from generation to generation, thereby ensuring the posterity of Nevis's rich cultural heritage. So there were lengthy discussions ensued in the following weeks and months ahead in an effort to find ways in which this rich Nevisian cultural heritage could be kept alive through the preservation and promotion of the cultural art forms and tradition. The then Vice President of NIDACS, the late Calvin Kabu Howell, spearheaded the charge, and he set about to put things in place for the urgent revival, preservation, and promotion of the traditional customs and folk art. Now, it was felt that a cultural festival highlighting and promoting Nevisian heritage would have been the most appropriate way forward. Having secured the name Culturama, the next step was to find the most suitable time of year to stage the festival. The August Monday Emancipation Weekend was looked at as the most appropriate time, since it coincided with a very significant period in the lives of the African descendants living in the Caribbean region. And the main objectives of Culturama from a NIDACS perspective were as follows: to give a vital thrust to the dying traditional customs of Nevis, to stimulate an interest in the wealth of Nevis's cultural heritage, to create a climate in which Nevisian indigenous folk art can be reassert itself and flourish, and to raise funds for constructing a community center to serve as a base for the projection of cultural awareness programs. Since then, we have had several community centers across the island. We have had NEPAC and other centers where we stage cultural events. The first Culturama Festival was therefore held over the Emancipation Day weekend in 1974, and the program included dancing, a drama, a display of old-fashioned troops, folk singing, and an art and craft exhibition. A local recipe competition, along with a Miss Culture talent show and a calypso contest also form part of the inaugural festival. Special mention must be made of the first Miss Culture talent queen, Lucina Stapleton Wade, and the first Calypso King of Culturama, Lanston King Zero Knight. The two other Calypsonians who competed in the 1974 Calypso contest were Beholder the Meek and Peter Wilshire. I think Peter Wilshire is affiliated with ZIZ. I think he ran ZIZ in Nevis when there was a ZIZ in Nevis. Mention must also be made of the people who were largely responsible for the success of Culturama in its early years. They are the father of Culturama, the late Calvin Cabo Howell, the first chairman of Culturama, or chairperson of Culturama, Irma Johnson, Victor J. Martin, Lyra Richards, Tyrone Beholder the Meek O'Flaherty, the late Melford Mel Henville, and Clifford Boots Griffin. The inaugural Culturama Festival was held at the Charlestown Secondary School. After a few years, this venue was changed to the Nevis Club, and in 1980 and 1981, the venue was changed to Grove Park, then back to the Nevis Club in 1982. Culturama was suspended in 1983 due to the independence celebrations that took place in September the same year. From 1984 up to this present day, Culturama has continued unbroken. I think, well, we had a bit of a, a hiatus because of COVID, or a scaled back exhibition or showcase of Culturama because of COVID. And the home of Culturama has been a cultural complex which was built from funds raised by NAIDACs. And so that gives you, let me say, a brief history of Culturama, where we started, where we are now, and what the journey was like. During the late 1980s, Culturama went into a slow decline. This was due to a lack of sufficient funds to adequately sustain the festival and an apparent lack of interest shown by members of the NAIDACs group. In order to prevent a further decline of and a possible extinction of the Culturama Festival, the Nevis Island administration nationalized the festival in 1990 and provided the newly assigned Culturama Committee with a staffed secretariat to assist with its clerical work. The administration also provided an annual subvention to the committee to help defray expenses incurred in the staging of the festival. And this subvention has continued up to this present day. When the Department of Culture was established in 1993, the Culturama Secretariat was attached to that department and was housed at said department. Halstead Suti Byron, the then Director of Culture, was assigned to the position of Chairman, a position he held until 1998. Mr. Byron was later reappointed as Chairman of the Culturama in 2007 and has served in this position served in that position. He therefore has the distinction of being the longest serving chairman of Culturama. Enough respect to you, Suti, for the excellent job at keeping the Culturama ship afloat. And the date, I'm going to have to confirm the timing to verify that he was the longest serving. This is a history of Culturama, where we started, where we are. So I'm going to open the phone lines now at 11:25 to hear from you, the listeners of the program. I want to hear from you here in St. Kitts and in Nevis as well. But in St. Kitts, in terms of the early days of Culturama, you participate in Culturama, coming over for the different shows, the Calypso show, the Queen show, and all of these different events, the Troop and Parade, the Juve. What was it like? What did you experience then, or what did you see then as part of the Culturama that you're not seeing now, or what are you seeing now that you did not see then? Remember, I said Culturama has evolved. It has not necessarily changed, but it has evolved and evolved for the better. This is a lot of information, and of course I don't want to bombard you, the listeners, with all of the information, but what I have shared thus far gives a very good overview of the mission and overview of Culturama and how it has contributed significantly towards the development of Nevis and the Federation. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll continue our conversation here on the program by opening the phone lines. Stay tuned.
From the heart of ZIZ Radio comes a political talk show like no other. The Edge, with host Devonne Cornelius giving you his take on the biggest stories happening in governance today. Got something to say? Let's hear it. Give us a call at 869-465-2555, Monday to Friday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon. One solid hour of in-depth analysis of the machinery that makes our country tick. The Edge, cutting into the matters at hand.
The future is unknown. Protect your life, your family, and your valuables from unforeseen circumstances. Let National Caribbean Insurance give you the peace of mind that you so deserve. At NCI, we offer a suite of affordable insurance plans that can be tailored to ease your financial burden. We aim to deliver exceptional products to satisfy all your insurance needs. Whether life, health, motor, or property insurance, NCI has the right solution for you. Our friendly and knowledgeable sales professionals are ready and able to assist you. Let National Caribbean Insurance Company Limited help you to prepare for the unexpected. We serve, we protect, we satisfy. That's NCI.
Throughout the Caribbean, we boast a diverse abundance of flora and fauna that adorn our countries. This diversity follows through to our people, communities, and families.
As a doctor, I treat my patients with respect and understanding, without stigma or discrimination, no matter their sexual orientation, practice, or belief. Remember, everybody deserves a fair treatment.
As a mother and healthcare professional, I believe all Caribbean children should be safe, happy, and healthy. Let us create a safe, supportive environment for all Caribbean children to thrive.
Let us treat our LGBTQ+ family members with love and respect. Strong families create a stronger Caribbean. This message is brought to you by the Eastern Caribbean Alliance for Diversity and Equality, ECADE.
Are you ready to get soaking wet for Culturama 50? Then the place to be is at Nevis Cultural Village on Friday, July 19th from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. for the ultimate summer party at the Culturama 50 Wet Fest. It will be an experience for a lifetime. This is one event you would not want to miss. Filled with energetic performances from Akayu Suite, New Level Sound, Collision Band, DJ Toby and Selector Bobby, Grandmasters, Selector Purple, New Wave Band, The Odyssey Band, New Vibe, and from the land of Bouillon, Mr. Richard with us live. General tickets are $70. At the gate you pay $80. So grab your tickets now at the Culturama box office in the Cotton Canary Mall or online at culturamanevis.com. Come and experience the excitement, the music, and the good vibes at the Culturama 50 Wet Fest.
Attention St. Kitts and Nevis. This July we celebrate 50 years of cooperation, integration and development within our vibrant Caribbean community. CARICOM Thanksgiving service on Thursday, July 25th. Gather with us at the Sir Cecil Jacobs Auditorium, 6 p.m. as we give thanks and celebrate our vibrant Caribbean community through worship. CARICOM Colors Day on July 26. Let's unite and wear the vibrant colors of the Caribbean and our beloved island. The CARICOM Experience on Saturday, July 27th. Join us at the Independence Square at noon for an afternoon filled with art, culture, and the true essence of being CARICOM. CARICOM symbolizes our strength, shared heritage, and unwavering commitment to progress. Join us as St. Kitts and Nevis celebrates 50 incredible years of cooperation, integration, and development in a vibrant Caribbean community. CARICOM.
wisdom, show me the right. Guide me safely through the night.
Hi and welcome back to The Edge and ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. The phone lines are open and we take your calls at 465-2555 or 718-577-2916. Having a very easy conversation today about Culturama. Culturama begins officially on July 25th. That is next week, Thursday. I know a number of people are making plans to come home. Some have already arrived in the country to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Culturama, and I'm using this platform to encourage you here in the island of St. Kitts to journey over to Nevis next week for the grand opening and the official launch of the 50th anniversary of Culturama. It promises to be an exciting opportunity, an exciting event in terms of the different competitions that are scheduled, different activities. For me, I am involved in the Calypso show, and I've been doing that for now about 8 years, and I can tell you that it has been an amazing experience and a learning opportunity for me. Prior to doing backups for the Calypsonians, I didn't know much about Calypso in terms of the history and the meaning of Calypso, and after I joined, it helped to open my mind. And I have I would say a huge catalog of songs. I have a load of song sheets at home, and I always promised myself that I will continue. Well, I will take them to the library so that 50 years from today people can go to the library and find lyrics for these songs, because these songs have meaning. These songs, political commentary, social commentary, witty calypso, and Calypso, being regarded as the poor man's newspaper. Calypso being regarded as the voice of the people. And when you listen to the Calypso that our Calypsonians have produced over the years, they talk about the social ills, they talk about things that are happening in the country, they talk about patriotism in terms of loving your country, bigging up your country, and promoting your country wherever you go. And so I enjoy doing it, and I look forward to it each year. But Culturama, its meaning, where it had started, where it is going, and having more people being involved, because Culturama belongs to all of us. Yes, Kittitians as well. Culturama belongs to all of us, and it's a great time each year when you can celebrate the history and the culture of the island, and incorporate it with the new. So let me hear from you, the listeners, your experience with Culturama over the years. What does it mean for you? How have you contributed to the festival? I mean, it being 50 years, I would say I only remember the last 15 years of Culturama, but I know most of you would remember the last 50 years of Culturama, or 30 years of Culturama, and how it has impacted the lives of Nivisians. I think what is also significant about Culturama is it started about 4 years after the Christina disaster, and we read all the time, whether it's via the internet or in different books that have been written, we read about how devastating the Christina disaster was to the Federation, particularly Nevis, and how it negatively impacted the lives of Nivisians and Kittitians alike. And there was, I would say, mass migration. There are people who left Nevis because, in a case like that, they lost the breadwinners of the family, mothers and fathers, and people who were basically taking care of the children. They lost people in all every single sector that you could possibly think of was hard hit from the Christina disaster. And so to start Culturama 4 years later, I think was an awesome idea and initiative, to let our people know, or let people know, that we are a resilient people and we are capable of, let me say, bouncing back. And so starting Culturama must have been, let me say, not an easy feat, suffering such a disaster, and then 4 years later you're starting what is now a national event, because the event now has been nationalized. It's 50 years strong. And I think that in and of itself is significant and carries weight, carries meaning. And people my age today should appreciate Culturama in the sense that it was not easy. I could only imagine that it was not easy back in the 70s to start an event and still recovering from such a devastating loss where more than 200 people died all at once. That is devastating. And so people my age, listening to this program, and I'm encouraging you to appreciate the Culturama, appreciate what we have, because for the founding fathers and founding mothers of the culture, I could only imagine what it must have been like for them in the early 70s and 80s and, leading up to independence and post-independence and all of that. It must have been a roller coaster. I'll say that much. It must have been a roller coaster. It's 11:38. We're soon out of time. I assume that the callers are a bit shy today, or maybe they have not participated in Culturama. But the phone lines remain open: 465-2555 or 718-577-2916. You're listening to The Edge. If you are just tuning in, we're talking about Culturama and how it has impacted the lives of Nivisians and Kiddishans alike, and the meaning of Culturama, where it all started, and how it continues to contribute to the development of the Federation, I would say, of St. Kitts and Nevis. And I shared briefly with you that CARICOM has adopted a resolution to support the UN office in Haiti. We know the challenges that Haiti continues to face in terms of good governance, security, climate change, gang violence, and all of these things that hinder the growth of that Caribbean nation. And the current Fitzroy Bryant College Health Science Pre-Nursing Program, encouraging people to join this noble profession of becoming a nurse, and all the information I shared earlier. But if you're looking for more details on how to join the program, I would encourage you to call 465-2856. That's 465-2856. If we have the callers on the line, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll continue our conversation for today. We have a call on the line? Okay, let's take a break and we'll come back.
Watch the creeper. Look out! Look out! This is it! Something new, something fresh, something exciting! Jump Off Show on ZIZ Radio with the man Chico. Yo! Every Monday to Thursday, Chico will be in the house with the 3 to 6 minutes. So tell your neighbors, tell your friends about this exciting show on ZIZ Radio, the Jump Off Show, every Monday to Thursday, 3 to 6. Don't miss it. While the others give you some, we give you more. Right here on ZIZ Radio.
Join us on ZIZ TV for Youth Lounge with Skenaito, a talk show on vital topics such as tourism, entrepreneurship, education, religion, sex education, and mental health, featuring experts from St. Kitts and Nevis and the Caribbean region. Tune in live on the first and third Wednesday of every month at 8:30 p.m. on ZIZ TV.
Water is life. Water is life. Do just one thing.
Every jacko, make sure you check for leaks around your house every day. Every jacko, when brushing your teeth, don't let the water run away. Come stay the water, preserve the water right now. Every jacko, save the water whenever you take in your shower. Every jacko, make saving the water your business every hour. The water right now. It's up to me and you and you and you and you. The water right now.
Do just one thing.
St. Kitts and Nevis, Friday, July 26th, we are celebrating 50 years of cooperation, integration, and development within our vibrant Caribbean community. It's CARICOM Colors Day. Grab your CARICOM colors, light blue for the sky, dark blue for the sea, yellow for the sun, and green for our lush vegetation. Let's wear them proudly all day long. Remember, CARICOM represents our strength, our shared heritage, and our commitment to progress. Together, we are breaking barriers and forging a brighter future. Share your CARICOM pride on social media using hashtag #IamCARICOM and hashtag CARICOM Colors Day 2024. There's a prize for the best male and female portrayals. Celebrate with us because in unity, we thrive. Remember, July 26th, it's CARICOM Colors Day. Cooperation, integration, and development in a vibrant Caribbean community.
Hello and welcome back to The Edge in ZIZ Radio 96.1 FM. I'm your host Devonne, Cornelius, and thank you for joining me on the program for today. Unfortunately, we are soon out of time. We have to end the program 15 minutes early due to a technical difficulty that we are actively working on to have fixed. Nevertheless, come and we bring the program to you to share information. I was hoping to get some people to weigh in on Culturama, but I assume that is either you did not participate or you don't maybe have the information, or you're shy to talk about Culturama and the contribution that you have made. But understanding the importance and the history of the festival is significant, it's important. And I, over the past few years, have been reading up on the meaning of Culturama and where it started and what does it mean to me as a Nivision. What does it mean to me, you know, as somebody who has been participating in the Culturama. And for me, I believe in contributing towards it. You would get Culturama would get his criticism, constructive criticism, which is good for improvement. But for me, I'm going to criticize, but I'm going to participate. So if I'm suggesting that this should be done, I'm going to lend my contribution to add towards the build-up and the development of the festival. I think that's the only way to do it, to be quite frank, with you. But ladies and gentlemen, I am out of time. It's been good to have this talk with you in terms of sharing details on Culturama. And we look forward to the official launch, which is next week, Thursday. The next couple of days will be extremely busy. Especially, for Nevis, will be extremely busy. A number of people are coming home to celebrate this milestone and, to see what Culturama in its 50th year has to offer. Until next time, you guys, stay safe. Don't drink and drive. Don't text and drive. Please take your time on the road. Look left and right before you cross. We're living in a very dangerous world. But please take your time. You guys have a good one. Coming up at noon is our midday newscast. Stay tuned. Bye-bye.